Hello and welcome to Settlement 14, I believe. Sure, we're going to go with 14. Pretty sure that's right. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Yeah, 14. All right. So we just completed the settlement here. We're skipping Bandit Camp just because it was going to not give us any real value with the way the pathing was going to work out for us. And I think our goal will be to go ahead and do this one, Untamed Wilds, which means that we're going to get 2 threats in our dangerous and forbidden glades, which can be a blessing and a curse, right? Obviously, you have to deal with 2 separate events, and if both of them stack poorly on you, that could hit you really hard, but you're also getting the potential benefits from 2 different events, extra favor or other bonuses, amber resources. So you can get more resources for fewer glade openings, which could be also helpful as long as it doesn't kill you along the way. So our goal, I think, will be to go ahead and do it on this rocky ravine spot. We'll reveal this one and see what it is. If it's one that we can do while still reaching this one, then we'll go ahead and do that. If this isn't something we can do, then we should be within range to land, over here to do this one next. So we will start here. And for our starting caravans, we have 11 bats. We have 12 foxes and beavers. And we have 11 humans and foxes. And out of these, I kind of favor the beavers and the foxes. It does give us the most people and more overall resources. We're getting 2 complex foods for 1, and they happen to be complex foods that help both of my species, so that's a plus. And I think on Rocky Ravine we have a small amount of soil, so going with humans could be a benefit in that scenario. If we wanted to lean into the farming, that would guarantee us knowing wherever that small amount of soil actually is. But the downside is if it is actually really far away, or we don't end up getting farming blueprints, then we're not going to be able to really leverage the farming anyway. The advantage to having beavers in this case is that Rocky Ravine tends to be very trading focused because we need the amber to purchase the wood. And so having the extra trade route options that the beavers give us should make getting that amber a little bit easier for us. Also, even though the beavers effect arguably doesn't help us as much, because we're not chopping trees, we're chopping stone, but it does give us the potential for that extra resources from the stone trees. So I'm not too sad about that. As far as our starting setup is concerned, I think we obviously take our people, and since we're saving our resources as best as we can, I think we just go these 2 foods. I mean, I guess you could make a case, very strong case, to drop mean, there is fish. I think maybe you could make a very strong case for us to dip into our reserves for 1 point here, to grab this wood, just because we are going to be struggling to get started a little bit. We do fortunately have extra planks in our caravan already from our bonuses, so that will help us. I think last time I did Rocky Ravine, I ended up getting planks in the caravan, and I was able to pull the planks here. So we're going to be a little bit more wood strapped here. So, but I think we should be fine. It's just going to require us to get enough amber to buy the wood. And last time I did it, I seem to recall we had more than enough amber along the way. So fingers crossed this is the same. So I think we'll do that. We'll just get 1 point for the wood. The main reason is that I want to be able to get these is a couple, twofold. So first, we know we are embarking with our containers, and so both of these are pickleable goods. So I'd like to have both of those. But in addition to that, there is very little raw food on this map, and one of the two types of raw food that we can get is fish. So if we need to go fishing hut, then having the roots will allow us to make some packs of crops and make the fishing that much more better for us. So I'd like to have both of these, either to go fishing or to make pickle goods out of, as well as having extra eggs to make packs of provision and stuff like that is also nice. We will have the 20 vegetables that we always start with also. So we will have a little bit, we should have enough food on top of the starting complex food that we're getting from the get-go to keep us going for a little while here, I think. It just depends on what we end up with in our starting glade, because there's once again very little raw food on this map, which makes it very challenging. Actually, I mean, well, it still relies on you getting that farming building. The interesting part about this, and I think they do this intentionally because they're trying to force you to have to leverage the market at times to solve your problems, because it's a location that has very little soil but also has very little food. So farming would be one way to solve your food problems without any nodes available for you. With the resources available here, ranch is actually something that could be very good. Grain, reeds, I think herbs, at least for some of them. I'm not 100% on that though. I think bugs too, actually, for some of them. So, a ranch could potentially be a very strong building for us, converting the non-edible resources that we have into something edible. So, yeah, let's go with that though. Let's stick with our plan. We'll get the 12 foxes and beavers. We'll dip 1 point into our reserves for the extra wood, and we will see how this looks. And we'll take our extra 4 points here. And let's go. All right, so we have less blight rot during the drizzle, which is a decent one to get, I think. because it effectively ends up being a fuel saver, right? We can use less purging fire on average. So that's not a terrible one to have here on this particular map. Off-road speed is decreased, so just have some roads. So housing is very important. Or we get a -5 penalty at level 1, so that will basically always be active for us. If we don't get anything to eat, we'll have double hunger effects. So normally I avoid hunger, so that usually doesn't become an issue. And then a chance to destroy the yield at level 3, and clothing and complex food is the goal there, which we can work towards. I mean, you can technically avoid this one just by stopping production during the storm, but obviously that slows down your progression. Or you can just accept that you're going to have some inefficiency, because 20% just means that if you end up doing, out of every 5 resource production cycles in the storm, one of them you're going to end up losing. So you're producing less overall, burning resources, but maybe it's worth it to get things done. And we did get bats, so that is interesting. Bats are a little bit more challenging to deal with, I feel like, but on the plus side, they do overlap well with both biscuits and skewers, so that does give us some good food overlap here. And looking at that, I think biscuits, skewers, and pickle goods are our overlaps available to us. We have 2 coats, 1 boots. And then we have porridge and paste as the one-off foods. And then we have education overlap, and that is it. So brawling, treatment, religion, luxury, and ale all are on their own. So that is a little bit harder. Plus side is that everyone can be housed, so we don't need to worry about that one modifier as much. Yeah, this one right here, we can house everyone. That one is very tricky with frogs, particularly at level 1. At level 1 with frogs, you're gonna hit it at least year 1 probably, unless you can really get lucky. Which in this case we do have clay here, so that that would have worked out for us, but and we did end up with bugs. Oh, hold on. All right, sorry. And we have a lot of bugs, which is, I do like it when I have a lot of nodes in the starting glade. It gives you a little bit more runway before you worry about running out of it. Downside for bugs is it doesn't really, I mean, I think skewers is the only thing we can really use it for. Yeah, there it goes. So as far as food is concerned, at least. Right, we do have a Drizzle guys over here, which is huge. I guess maybe I would go for that first. With this layout, we don't have a very natural progression here. I mean, we have 3 down here actually, so I guess we could do one here, and then pop down here for these 3, and maybe pop our second hearth down here. And then, yeah, I mean, that would, after that, if we wanted to get a 5th, you know, we can maybe sneak over here or something. So I am good with that, but yeah, I do think getting this one first and getting that Drizzle geyser online would be very nice. Let's see our starting buildings. We have a tool shop or a guild hall. Luxury and education. I mean, that's not a bad building for us. And this map is geared towards trading, so we could maybe get some benefit out of the guild welfare. It would certainly give us a direction to go as far as service goods are concerned. Tool shop could be good for us. We do have copper on the map, clay on the map, so we do have some options there. So tools are nice, extra pipes are nice, and boots are nice. The main downside is they don't really help us immediately. You know, I could make some boots and that could help me somewhat immediately, just for my foxes. And being able to make more efficient pipes and access to tools is really nice. I'd much rather see this building, you know, year 2, year 3, probably. Same really for the guild house. Question is, since these are all sort of like speculatively looking out buildings, which one of these would help me the most? And I feel like access to boots and tools maybe would be the way to go here. The main downside is that while education is good, it's going to be on my beavers, which won't, you know, that it will be a much higher threshold to push, and my bats, which are my lowest count quantity species right now. So that, I mean, that could change over time, but I've also had runs where I've like had 3 or 4 bats the whole game. So it's kind of, I think this just gives me more potential use cases if I get an event that needs tools, if I have a cache that I just want to go ahead and open for more amber. That would be the play, I think. Ooh. Now this is a very, very interesting choice. Wow. Okay. So on the cookhouse, we have 3 different foods we need. And in particular, porridge is a key food that will allow us to convert non-edibles into edibles. So that could really help me sort of stabilize my food situation very, very quickly. You know, we're converting 7 food into 10. I mean, we would need to get access to flour before biscuits come online, but you know, with biscuits, you're converting 3 food and whatever you made the flour out of into 10 biscuits. And then the porridge, importantly, we have both herbs and grain, I believe, on this map. Yeah, herbs and grain are both on this map. My foxes like porridge. And then we also know fish are on this map. So we could easily work towards making porridge here. We know we have a Drizzle geyser. This is a very, very powerful building force for trying to solve our food situation. However, we know how precious wood is on this map, and a lumber mill is actually massive for managing your wood and plank needs. In addition, it does give us access to scrolls, so that guild hall now becomes really viable for us because we can make scrolls on top of that. So this is a very... I am very torn, actually. Very, very torn. So I have access to bugs. This is the one that would be struggling more so. But I do have access to these from the start, at least. And then I do have clay nodes, which will produce some amount of roots for me. And I only need a few. You know, if I get, for every 4 roots, I can get 10 skewers. So I can produce, you know, a decent amount. I mean, if you do the math on these, right? Like each one of these has 34 charges. So that's almost 70. Or no, sorry. Yeah, almost 70. And then, so basically around 100 charges, give or take. And 20% of those will give me roots. So on average, from these 3, I would get 20 roots, give or take. A little bit more probably because there might be some double procs in there. So just off of what I have on the map, I could produce an additional 50 skewers, not counting what else I can find that would, which, I mean, I think that side doesn't, I don't have things to fill that outside of maybe doing more clay somewhere. So, that wood is going to be just so... I mean, I guess if we break it down, though, if we really break it down, wood will be precious, but the preciousness of wood really just boils down to it being expensive. I can buy planks relatively cheaply, you know, in the grand scheme of things. I can buy planks relatively cheaply from traders. You know, I can get wood from the black market and make planks, even if they're inefficient planks. But if my food situation goes sideways, things can devolve very quickly. So, well, that or I mean, not even just sideways in the sense of like running out of food, because I have, you know, a decent amount of bugs there just eating raw, but sideways in the sense of not being able to accelerate our progression via, you know, resolve pushes and things like that. And surviving things, you know, like the storm, you know, hostility and whatnot. So all of those things, I think would tell me that the cookhouse is maybe the way to go here. You know, any other scenario, I mean, I would make the case that like almost any other building here, even one that gives me just one of these, I would much, you know, prefer taking the lumber mill in that situation. But the fact that I'm getting one building that satisfies so many different food options, and yes, I can do skewers and biscuits without the building, but the efficiency is key here because the food right now on the map is very, very rare. And so being able to make to multiply out the food and make it stretch further, and then in particular on top of that, porridge, which will let me make food out of otherwise inedible resources. So I think that's a very long, very overly described way to say that I think I will take the cookhouse here. Wow, very, very, very interesting blueprint picks right off the bat. Let's make sure that we do our consumption control, which we will block all of it from the get-go. I will go ahead and let them eat the biscuits and the skewers, and the bats I will I'll let them eat both, I guess. It's only one bat. And I suppose it's the negative from blocking it for them. Yeah, I'll just leave it. Maybe not necessarily the most efficient thing to do, but all right, so we'll start with a ring collector. And we actually don't need to go. I mean, eventually maybe for pickle goods. Which, no, I'd rather stretch the food. I mean, I'm going to get more value out of the pickle goods as far as like a resolve push is concerned. But at least I can save that for a little bit later when hostilities may be a little bit worse for me because I have the containers. I would just need to be working towards the resources that would allow me to, which I'm going to get double events here, which could mean I'm getting extra food and things like that. I didn't mention one of the other reasons why having foxes is maybe really, really important on this one is because of those double events, right? So by having foxes, I'll be able to complete the events faster, minimizing any downsides I'm having, and just helping me to manage those better. So, you know, this particular modifier without foxes would be just a bit more difficult. So let's get our post online. Let's get our trading post online. Oh, and I should do my woodcutter camps. Do one in that direction. And I mean, I say woodcutter, stonecutter, but that's confusing seeing as the stonecutter is a completely other building. But we'll get two of them going for us just so that we can clear space and a ton of you know, the clay here actually is not as critical considering we'll have so much stone. But we do have our batten, which is good. All right, so let's keep going. We'll get the crude online. Well, that's fine, I guess. Don't really want. Okay, so then I think the play for me here will be and the question is, what do I need for that? It will consume a lot of my early planks. Bricks I'm less worried about. I can make those easy enough. Planks, though, I'm using 3 there. I would use 12 there, so that gets me to 15 right off the bat. but we'll want to get that up within, you know, close to the end of clearance, because that's about how long I think the biscuits and skewers will make it. So let's plop it down so that we're ready for that. Then we will want our shelters, which we're going to have to go regular here. We don't have the planks for the other ones. And so that gives me 15. That's what I need. And we will be able to go straight to level 2 hearth here if and when I get the planks. Well, when I will get the planks eventually, but when I get the planks for the garden. But we'll go ahead and get to level 1 here. And don't know. Hopefully we'll have enough resources. 816, 30, 60, 75. $90. Okay. 106. I'm actually going to be short. No, I won't. Okay. Just barely, I think, have enough wood to do what I need to do. So we're going to need to very quickly get the amber up and get the black market up. All right. Let's get this going. All right, so we'll throw a couple foxes in here. Throw a fox in here. Have you make me 6 of those. We'll get our woodcutters online. All right. We got 5 extra people. Let's let them finish doing what they're doing. Trade routes. We do get the free 10 extra amber on top of the 10 we bring in. So we do get 20 amber to start with. I could go parts. And we could go stone. I mean, it's not a ton, but it's something. I guess more so just, is it worth it to burn the food in the packs of provisions or that little bit of amber? But I'm burning essentially an equivalent amount here, because I would take 6 packs for 6 amber versus 5 packs for 5 amber here, where I'm just giving up stone. So not the best starting trade routes for me, but all right. And then let's see what we get to start with. Okay, so fiber delivery line or friendly relations. Don't mind friendly relations. If we're doing our trading well, we could get at least 2 out of that, maybe even 3 by the end of the game. However, fiber delivery line could be pretty good for us here, because we're not, I mean, I guess we are getting a little bit of read. We don't have direct access to anything that can make us fabric here, except out of the trees to start with. So getting something like this, plus if we do end up getting something like a ranch online, you know, that's just free resources that we could feed into a ranch. I think this makes a lot of sense here. I mean, I guess alternatively, I could grab the amber. Having 30 amber here means I could buy a good amount of wood, but I'll take this. I think I can probably even potentially convert that into more amber in the long run. It's free resources, right? So all right. And I guess I'm wondering, should I go ahead and grab quick orders here to see what I'm working towards? Normally I like to do it later, but just because it means that I can focus, like I have my initial set. Let's get everything. Let's get the initial stuff up first. Once I get a timed order where I need to redirect my focus, all right. Okay, so let's do it now. I think zealous scouts. Well, that one's almost a freebie. We're gonna get 2 off the bat here in our first Glade opening. Unfortunately, it gives us stuff that we're not necessarily the most. I mean, I guess I do need dye for paste, possibly. I'm going to exclude this one out just because it's not the best one overall. The main draw for this one would be the +1 to planks, because that would actually be really strong for me on this map. Downside is it's going to require me to burn resources, but in this case, I actually should be able to do it with bricks pretty reliably, just for the sheer amount of stone and clay I have. So I actually could do this one. I should be able to do this one too. I'll pop that Glade probably towards the end of clearance, which means if I get them done, you know, within the first half of year 2, well, no, actually, this is where timing of opening these comes into play, and one of the reasons why I tend to open them sort of a little later. The advantage to opening them earlier is you get quicker access to the goods, you know, if you can do them. But the downside is if there's something in here that if you had waited just a little longer, you would have been able to do easily. Because the problem with this one is that I'm only, I'm 2 minutes into the game, which means that I am now, was it 10 minutes till the end of first storm, which means if I were to, unless I can do the Glade events through the storm, which you can't always do because they either have a negative resolve or negative hostility, which you can't handle, particularly year 1, I'd have to wait till post-storm to do them. And post-storm, I'm probably not going to have enough time to do them. So I think by default, we'll take this one. And the +1 to planks is just really strong for us here. And if we're using bricks to do it, we're recouping a lot of the bricks just back. So, Once again, don't want camps. I mean, I can do this one's essentially a gimme because I can just deliver the 40 stormwater through the storm. Gives me people and pipes. But this one is just terribly strong for me. I already have the packs of provisions, so I can just opt to not take a trader here. I have the I have the roots that I could do the packs of crops. And then, as I said before, I can make bricks using the stone I'm getting. Which... I don't know, where is it? Yeah, there. Yeah, we're already at 56 stone. Like, we're getting a crazy, you know, we get crazy amounts of stone like this. So this one right here is really strong because this plus 50% to the amounts of good produced. The way it rounds is that like my, you know, so my packs here will go up to 5 because it will be 1.5 and it rounds up. So it's 4.5 rounds up to 5. And then these will go to 3. So it's effectively like getting the +1 to packs, except it's even stronger the bigger the number is. And if I get another plus to pack one, then that multiplies, right? So like if I did have +1 to packs, then these would all be 3. These would all become 5. This one would be 4 and go to 6. So like you can get some really crazy numbers with that. And then you also gain the benefit of being able to do trade goods out of here, which is, I mean, that's fine if it comes into play. And I think I have the labor to do it. Like I have 5 people that I was going to need to find jobs for anyway. So I just need to throw some people in here and start cranking out bricks. Start making a couple packs. Now, the downside to this is that it will cut into my potential skewers. But over the long term of the game, I think we're only going to need to use 18 of them. So we're basically losing, you know, whatever that is, 4, 8, 12, 40 skewers worth of production. But I think we can absorb that for the benefit we're getting out of this. Yes, I am a fan. I think I will go ahead and do that because I think we can do it. All right, and then finally, I mean, this one's a gimme. It does consume 5 of our crystallized dew, which is a little bit sad, but the fact that we instantly are able to complete one, instantly increase our labor force by 3, and get free fabric. Like we can actually take that fabric and roll that back into doing some of these packs of goods if I really wanted to. This one would give us planks, which, I mean, I would like extra planks for sure, but I mean, it's going to take us a little while to cut through 5 glades. Like that's just not something I want to rush to do. So let's grab the fast one here. Question is, do I go ahead and take it now? I mean, like I said, I can use this fabric right off the bat, but I do need to be, I mean, I do have that fiber line, so I guess I don't have to be super careful. I will be getting extra resources to make fabric incrementally. Yeah, sure. I guess more people lets me do more things here. All right. So let's do this. So we are going to plop you guys in here. Y'all's focus will be taking the stone and making me as many bricks as you can. Over here, I guess the question is, do I want to pipe this? So what I could do is I could go pipe, pipe, pipe. I have 2 left, build 2 since I do have the dew to be able to do drizzle geyser here. I have enough to do that. And if I am going to be working off of my crude, it obviously needs to be as efficient as possible. Now, the tricky part here is that it actually doesn't matter in this case because I'm not going to have stormwater. So actually, I guess I don't need to rush to do that. We are going to have drizzle water in a minute and a half, so... But... I guess I don't have to rush right now. I mean, once we hit clearance, I could pipe this if I want to. But let's throw another fox in here. We're going to leave that alone. We're going to do 6 of these. And then we're going to go brick here. I need to go 6 of those. I guess the question is, do I want to wait till clearance to do this so that I can improve my output? I don't think I can. Probably shouldn't push it. I would need 2 cycles of this, like, well, 1.5, but, so that's a minute and a half. And then that would give me 1 of the 3 I need here also. So a minute and a half. So I guess I really only need 2:15. So we'll say 2.5 minutes. So around 2.5 minutes would make... They can make everything I need. I'll have 4 minutes. Once we reach clearance. So... Is it worth it? I do get another building here. Cellar or brine works? I don't know that the brine works makes sense for me here. I don't know that I'm going to have fertile soil, so I can hold this just to see. Cellar is interesting just because I do have the potential to do double pickle goods. And arguably... gets more food efficient for me now, actually. At least for... I mean, I am going to run out of the resources. Like, I would burn through these resources and then I'll have a bunch of insects that I can't use, is I think the main downside. I mean, I'd be only using 5 food here versus 7 food. But of the food here, 3 of these are plentiful for me. So I'd be using 5 of a scarce food versus 4 of a scarce food. Now I'm getting greater effect out of it. But arguably, my foxes and bats are going to be my easier to push species and my lower resolve species, meaning that they're the ones that it'll be more beneficial for me to have getting a food. Yeah. I mean, I think I take the cellar here. Also wine just for luxury, and better packs of provisions actually could be good here too. Yeah, so we'll go cellar. We're actually really strong on our food. That covers everything except paste. Yeah. I have every food except paste covered with a, 2-star or so building. So that does set me up for super efficient food production. So long as I can get the raw materials I need to do it. So I actually like that. So back to what I was thinking, I mean, I have the labor now. Let's just go ahead and do them. I don't know, like it'll be an improved chance at double procking there, but I am going to need I did miscalculate. I guess I'm going to be short some wood. So I do need to get my a black market. Because we need to get more food for us. All right, so I have enough people. Let's go ahead and we will pipe you. And we'll go ahead and put 2 of you in there. And we'll start with the meat, but then we'll lead into the bugs. And we will use the vegetables and the eggs. We'll prefer the vegetables first so that we can save the eggs for my packs of provisions. We'll let you guys go to town there. All right. Do I just go ahead and buy this on credit? Well, I'll buy it on credit at the start of the next season so that it goes further. Do I want to burn? No, I need my... Could go this one, but then I'd have to make more packs. I also need more amber. Need to be making amber. Out of the ones I got, I already got 5. I only got 5 parts out of them, so I guess I don't want to burn the parts just yet until I know how plentiful they're going to be for me. So we'll see. Maybe clearance will give us some better options. It at least gave us some more efficient options as far as packs are concerned here, so I don't mind that. And this 9 stone one could be good once I know that I can finish the other ones. It's not quite as good amber-wise, but I won't worry about the meat one. Okay. I am pushing just a little bit of resolve here, which is good. All right, so I'll buy this on credit. It's only a 3 amber difference, but I get to delay payment for 3 seasons, so. All right, so I'm almost done with those. So I'll disable packs of crops and return those. So I have 2, there's 2 in here, and then he's making 1, so that's fine. All right, so now we're waiting for bricks. I'm making 1 set there, and I need to make the others once they're done here, so. Might have to flip to fabric, but we'll see. And then who do we have coming first? All right. Sahilda. Okay. I need one more house. Drop that there, and then we do want to get our trapper camp online. Drop that there. And then let's get our stonecutters camp online so that we can start. I mean, we don't actually need the clay that much, although it might come in handy for containers later. But we're kind of just trying to get these secondary root resources so that we can keep our food going. And I actually won't have enough wood to do it, so. That is where going with those planks and being able to start with those big shelters does really help quite a bit here. All right, and we don't have any lizards to make that better, so we'll just go with foxes. How are we going here? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go with just one rock of the fabric. And then we'll be done there. All right, so I want to cut soon-ish. Actually, let me pop you in there and have you now make me. So I do want to send this if I can. Do at least do 6 there, but we'll see. All right, go ahead and deliver that for me. Okay, good. All right, so now we will grab this one. That'll give us 3 more people. And actually, we want to kill this. Now we're getting 5 per cycle here. Yeah, I'll throw 2 bats in here actually now. We have access to our packs of trading goods. So yeah, so we went up 3, 3, and now we do 5 here. So I'll pop that deck down to 6, but you guys quickly. Well, that might actually end up biting me. Actually, let me do these 2 guys so that you can go here and do it immediately. See if I can eke this out before. In fact, I'll make sure. All right, we at least got that done. There we go. 5, 5, 45, 10. Yeah. Ooh, we made it barely. All right. All right. You delivered those, and I'll leave that at 5 for now, just so that they don't. Oh, okay. I meant to cut, but we're okay. There's no reason we can't cut during the storm. Although we do have... Okay, we got more here. Okay, we're going to buy this on credit too. And then we're going to plop down one more shelter so we're not getting that negative. And then we'll go ahead and cut that. We'll say let's unset these woodcutters. And food-wise, we're sitting good on... 60 some odd skewers. All right, so we did pop this. This is a quickie one we got to do. Wouldn't mind the training gear, to be honest, but I won't be able to handle the hostility there. I guess that's a downside, is that these are relatively rare in general, but when you're getting two of them, the likelihood of you getting one that is very quick that you can't handle during the storm is much, much higher. We do have a good mine option here. That reed field is kind of good for us because that actually gives us even more roots. And we did get fertile soil here. Go figure. There's just a lot of reeds. Which is not bad for us, to be honest. I mean, out of the options, like if it was a fishing hut, then we'd have to be spending time, you know, getting that all going. And we have our Drizzle geyser, obviously. So we should be able to open a lot of these. This gives us 5 purging fire. Not the best rewards here, but... And then this one... I think we can easily just take the -6 after the storm. That gives us some packs of crops. Otherwise, not crazy good resources. But the one that is immediately problematic for us is this one. Because this effect we can't ignore. Just killing 5 villagers. So the fortunate thing is that we can do it in 2 minutes. So we actually have... Well, actually, in that sense, then, the problem is that we'll eat into our food. Like, I actually can't. I'd have to save all my eggs, which I could, as long as I don't make any more packs. But it doesn't give us anything down here that I consider, like, super. And we can make our packs of building materials that much better here. I need 15 of them. I could also go tools, but I don't think I can make enough tools fast enough. Actually, and I don't have the planks. I would need to make 8 procs. I need wood just for that side, and then I don't have quite enough crystallized dew here. I think I would go that. With the reed here, it does mean that my fabric is well managed, though. So I could also go fabric as well, which between my fabric and my... I could actually get this done pretty quickly. And then I think at this point I do pipe it. Yeah. I need to make 15 of these, so that'll be 5 rocks of it, but we might get some doubles in there, so yeah, let's do that. that'll take care of that one, and then we'll take the negative resolve after the storm. Okay, that's manageable. Oh, yeah, I have a bunch in the warehouse. All right. No, I'd rather do ones that I won't want to reset to a woodcutter. My bats are... That's another advantage here, and here's I can put... Not quite. I could throw... I do need to do that one too. Oh, I have foxes here too, so okay. Actually, housing is the big component of that. Yeah, so if I get my housing up, that's good. Okay, so now they are only... Yeah, okay, so then cranking that one will do. Trade... Yeah, okay. Alright, so I got those. So trade route wise, I could go parts again. Do have some scales at a relatively bad ratio though. I mean, this is not terrible return. I just don't know. And I guess I do start with 3 extra parts for my embark bonus. So compared to a normal run where you don't have those, and I guess you can make the case I'm not like necessarily super part constrained. I mean, I guess I would like to get a mine over here. This is actually pretty clutch because the ability to get coal when my fuel is so limited. Oh, and I do have another blueprint here. Ooh, well, another on the surface, not super easy choice. Like I have no improvement to my resource production. So workshop here actually is a little bit interesting to me. With that said, I have fertile soil, I have a drizzle geyser, and I am really worried about my ability to keep food going. So a greenhouse solves all of those things. With a greenhouse, I can do porridge. I can do pickle goods. I can do biscuits once I have a flour building. The only thing I can do the currently easier half of the skewers, so it doesn't solve. It would give me an alternative to the left half here, but it does not solve right half right now for me. What would ranch, like the greenhouse ranch scenario would actually really just take care of everything, but I mean, I feel like greenhouse is just, and maybe I'm not valuing my raw materials enough here, but arguably at the end of the day, bricks will be plentiful for me. I will not struggle for bricks other than just the amount of time it takes to produce them. Fabric should be plentiful for me, and I'm not super fabric constrained. I don't have harpies. So maybe once I'm trying to produce coats or something like that. So really it just boils down to planks. And planks, you know, will be an ongoing struggle, but I mean, I think greenhouse is just, at this point, greenhouse is gonna make my ability to manage, it's gonna allow me to manage my food situation with a lot more comfort. Oh man, we're already at 12. Okay. So you guys pop out of there. You deliver all of those. All right. We're going to call that done for now, at least. So now I actually can go ahead and do this one. It will give me 0.75, which is also good. Not going to complain about that. I guess I can unset a few more woodcutters here. I'm gonna rotate them and have them go in that general direction, I think. I'll pull you down here. Yeah. So let's, although I won't be able to house them is the big deal. Are we here? Okay, so we can buy some more. We're gonna have to start making amber. We're gonna buy on credit here. At some point I can convert all this housing back into wood that will, you know, hopefully sustain me. Beavers are, I mean, beavers I just straight up need planks to do, which doesn't help me because I would need to convert the wood back into planks. Foxes, I need planks and crystallized dew, doesn't super help me. Bats, I need fewer planks, but then I need pipes, which can actually produce relatively efficiently, but okay, let's do that. Do I want free meat or a bunch more bats and a smorgasbord? I think I'd rather just get the food here and lean into my foxes. All right, so we're gonna unset you, get us back down. That's fine. Okay, there we go. All right, and then trader wise, I guess actually maybe I do use that meat to get amber then. Or do I save it for doing, I mean, I can actually use bugs here for this. Or the meat. I'm going to be out of the resources on this side, so having the eggs to do this side is actually kind of important. All right, so I need to get that up to 7 now. I'm going to use the bugs to get me up to, let's prioritize that first. Okay. What do I want to send? I just want to go ahead and send the meat. Sure, let's do that. And then I just want to do 5 sets of scale. I mean, that gets rid of all my scales, which I currently can't do. No, that's not entirely true. I can make boots out of them. Which did I guess I didn't unset. Did not. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Because I can make boots out of them. I guess let's hold on to that. I guess I'd rather do maybe 2 parts. That's a pretty good ratio. Watch there be one way better in the in Drizzle. But I do need to get amber because I am currently on the hook for 33 amber. But I do have another 24 coming in, so I'm fine. I have quite a bit of wiggle room here, so okay. And then you guys will be done with that momentarily. All right, and we have high corruption. So that's going to be a critical thing for us here. Okay, lost supplies. Or survivor bonding. Well, lost supplies goes pretty hard for us here because we're getting it for every dangerous or forbidden glade event, which means we're getting 2 for every glade. So right here, this would, because we haven't finished that first one yet, we're going to go ahead and get 80 meat and 80 grain. That's huge. And then that will continue for every subsequent glade. So I will take that. Let's see here. We can go 80 rain, any type of rainwater, or 2 glades back to back. I could do that, a small and then a big, or vice versa. But this does give us more parts as well as people. And this will happen sort of naturally, relatively quickly for us. So I think we just go for that one. It's just going to happen on its own. All right, so this one requires us to get to 12 foxes, which we are almost at now, and then keep them above 18. We can absolutely do that. And this will give us access to tea, which is great. A bad code recipe, but it's still a coat recipe. And then oil, which would give us another alternative for fuel if we don't get that mine up. So we need to get 1 more fox, and then we can worry about it. This gives us free pickle goods and a bunch of parts. So yes, so that should get us set up pretty good part-wise actually now. So we'll have 14 parts coming in. I'm good with that. See, what trade routes do we have coming in now? I don't think I want to do that one because I'd rather save those for pipes or tools, depending on how things go. I mean, I think if I was going to do anything, I could maybe make either some more packs of building materials, which I'm producing now, or I can make, because this would give me 9 amber for producing, so I could eat just 4 pottery here. Actually, that would be interesting because I could take the grain, turn it into oil with the druid hut, package the oil up, and get some good sales that way. But right now I could go ahead and make just 3 of these using just 4 of my pottery. So I am digging into my pottery a little bit. But that would produce for me 9 amber here, which arguably maybe it's just better for me to go all the way, just because I'm not using the pottery just yet, and hopefully I can solve containers via some alternatives anyway. I was relying on the pottery now. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take that to 6 then. Or I can just say 4. Yeah, so you guys are going to get me... Actually don't need you. Well, I could sell them potentially, so that's fine. All right, so we're going to pipe you to... Because right now we're going to be very reliant on you. Yeah, let's not go all the way. And plus using rainwater is going to get us better stuffs. Okay. All right, so let's look at this. So we're going to plop you in there. We're going to plop y'all in here. And then we need 2 of you in there to do this one. Yeah, I think I'd rather do that. I need my amber. This actually could make me paste with the meat I'll be getting. So, an option. All right. All right. And you have planks for me. So that is what I will do, is I will take all of your planks. I do need to be a little, let me just double check this. So I have 17 due at the end of this season and 16 due at the end of the following season, with 24, I think I said, coming in. Okay, so I can afford this because I will get above 17 and then I will have at least enough, even if I can't trade anything else. So yes, we'll take the 25 planks. And then, yes, we're going to get a good amount here too. So all right, we're just going to do 1 proc of that. And we're going to disable that because we're done with that for now. All right, so this will give us a bunch of brick and a few tools, and most importantly, +1 to planks. Not that we have a ton of wood to go off of just yet, but when and if we want to. That gets us, we're just a smidge under. Hopefully, can't favor anyone because of this right now, but that's fine. Okay. I think fuel is the next thing I need to solve with some urgency. So I want to get you up here just to clear away that right there. Well, actually. I forget that we get amber from the trees. Alright, so I just need y'all to clear that away real quick. That's a good reason to always to be chopping, even if you don't need the raw, which I mean you can convert the raw stone into other stuff too. So, all right, so you guys are done with that. All right, so once this is done, I will send this one. All right, there's 15 amber there, and then we're gonna pull our pottery. Just gonna pull everything out. Okay. All right. Now an interesting math for me to do real quick is I'm currently at 8 wood to 3 planks. So that means not counting double procs, a big shelter would cost me 16 wood, which houses twice as many people as a regular shelter that costs 15 wood. So I could definitely start converting my regular shelters into big shelters at a huge efficiency gain for me. And I can get wood here. Not a terrible price, I feel like. I have seen planks down here before, but it seems like it's very rare. I guess let me sit on that for a second just to see. All right, so you guys have done that. All right, all right, so that got me another blueprint, which is great. Don't really have a reason to take a trapper camp right now, though I might once I open in my next glade. Academy does give me access to brawling and education again, which isn't as good, I feel like, as the guild hall would be for me, but would cover those services. And I don't know, maybe I will come across some ruins, so but I could actually sit on this choice. Maybe after I open this glade, it would point me in a different direction. All right, so I can get my cellar online here. I could get my, yeah, I should probably, let me do this. I'm gonna have you guys make me 12 planks. And then I'm gonna start converting you all over to big shelters. Do I not have, how's my food doing? All right, so my skewers are holding steady. I need to, I can use my eggs. I actually don't need to yet. So I won't need to do packs of provisions there. Well, actually, I probably will still. That's the interesting thing. Because yes, they are more efficient here from a resource perspective. 5 to 3 normally, right? But here it's 6 to 5, so it's almost 1 to 1. So even though it's 1 more food, I'm getting 2 more packs. So it's like, yeah, it's still way more efficient for me to do it. Yeah, I'll need to. Right, so maybe what I need to be doing here is looking at getting my greenhouse online. Which I don't know if that is. And then I want to get my Drizzle geyser online. Alright, so yeah, you guys make me blanks here. Alright, so I can work on pickled goods. Where did all my... How many did I use? I guess I did use 8. 8 of 32. Or 30? I guess I only had 30. Yes, okay, so 8 of 30. Yeah, so that does only leave me with 22. Okay, so I do 7 cycles off of what I have. So I need to solve it somehow. Yeah, okay, you guys cleared that. All right, yeah, that's what I need to be doing is mine. They moved it on me and I never get used to it. Okay, so mine, and then also harvester, I guess. Because I could move people off of wood cutting into other roles, because I don't necessarily need 6 people producing stone for me. So if I do that, I'll definitely want to get a small warehouse up here too. And like, there's no, I guess if I put it more like over here. Maybe just equidistant. Yeah, let's do that. And then actually, yeah, that's fine. Okay. I actually think Dropping it here would be the way. And if I need to, I can put another one there. All right, so we're gonna destroy one of you, one of you. And we'll do another big shelter. I guess we can just do it like that. All right. Anything else I want to trade? I could do this for 4. I don't. I think about that. That was what, 6, 9 resources or something. Yeah. So it's 2 to 1. So it's 6 resources. 6 resources to get me 4. 5 resources to get me 4. Arguably better. Yeah, why don't we just do that? That's 8. All right. We'll need to get the Drizzle guys online before we can really do. And we also need to be very keen on our yes, I'm getting plenty in. Let's pay you. I need another 16. And I have 22 with 31 coming in. More than enough. Let's grab this 960. That's a really good price. All right. All right, so we're gonna move you, I guess, over here for now. And we need to get our blight post online. Which is very clutch here because I'm not going to get any more parts for a little bit. So, all right. So I think we throw. How many bats do I have total? Let's pull y'all out of there. We'll throw a box in there just to keep it going a little bit. And we want to prioritize coal. All right. So we have you guys done shortly. You guys are maintaining. I'll leave just one in there. All right. And what am I short? I'm short pipes, right? Yeah. All right. because I do need to get my tool shop online also. So let's go over here for the moment and just clear a little bit that way. And then I will go tool shop up top here. Guess it's smack in the middle, it doesn't really matter. That's fine. Anything interesting? All right, we got more wood here. Could easily buy that on credit, so we're actually doing all right. Okay. All right, so the main issue is going to be we need to get our coal up here, which you guys are doing. Do I go ahead? I can do it with my bricks. Let's do that. And then I need you guys to make me some more. All right. Don't want to touch the crystallized dew. I could do that one. I do need someone in here. I'm gonna pull y'all just to get everything online faster. Let me throw one of you in here though to make me some more packs of provisions. So I should probably actually have you guys. I don't need the clay right now. So let me throw 2 people over here. And then you guys can pop out there. Do need some people in here making me some purging fires. I'm gonna need to get up to, we'll say 10 here. All right, so let's do these 3 here. Let's do 3, 6 here. Let's favor our foxes so that we can push a little bit more. And then we want to be prepared. Where are my guys? Oh yeah, they're over here. All right, so I've cleared out a little room over here. Let me pull y'all down here. And we're gonna go ahead and cut through here. And see what we can get. Okay, so skewers are in a bit of a... Yeah, okay, so we're gonna enable eggs. Throw an extra person in there. Rank that. All right. Yeah, big grain, can't harvest it, but we also have small grain. More copper. And we have a small algae pond. So fishing's on the table, I guess. And then as far as events are concerned, Fallen Foxes is pretty rough for me here. It's not great. I'll put it that way. How much amber do I have? I'm getting another 12. I have 49. So I have 59. 62 with 22. I have a 40 amber buffer. Let's call immediately. So my options would be I can go ahead and burn the amber and buy something maybe to be able to do this. I mean, these resources aren't super. I mean, I guess +2 to biscuits is nice, but I mean, this side is certainly. The other option could be that I'm calling the trader. Which should get me or wait, no, I'm only getting a half point, I think. Yeah. Okay. Because theoretically, like my foxes are at 19 right now. Well, but I can't because once I hit the storm, I'm going to have to unpair them. So there's no way I could do that in the storm. On this one, it might actually be better to cut early, at the start of Drizzle, or at least late storm. Maybe that's what I should be doing, is going late storm. Because I don't have the modifier that means I can't. That's twice now I've gotten one that is one of the shorter ones that is problematic for me. Yeah, I could buy the resources, do this. It'll give me a half point there, which is not bad for me. Over here, we could actually use coal and just have that one's simple. Yeah. I don't think it's worth. It's not a bad effect, but it comes in very late at this point for me to pay, because I'm already gonna have to pay amber for the other one. I don't think I want to pay 30. Yeah, okay. So we'll hopefully be able to get something from the trader for this. I can't, I'm in trouble. That's actually pretty good cash for me. I guess 2 to 3 blood flowers could I 2 I can manage. I mean, you could always manage. It's just a matter of like the overall impact. So I guess if I had to let this one slide, it wouldn't be, but we'll see. And I think I didn't have any others I wanted to do. Yeah, okay, we're good. All right, what do you have? Okay, so you definitely have something I can use. So I can do incense, tea, oil, Salt. Incense tea. 29 or 33. So I guess tea's cheaper. Okay. So I need 30 tea. All right. We'll take an extra plank there. The question is, do I want to get more planks? I would like to. I have 12 coming in. So I just need 10 left over. $12 coming in covers 6, then 1. Yeah, so I need 10 left over to cover everything I need. Well, actually, these are due now. So I guess I just have to go ahead and pay these. All right. So what I have coming in will cover what I have due in one season. So I can spend all of my amber if I really needed to. Okay, so you can give me most of the planks. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Roll it back. I need 15 to do this one. That would have been tragic. So if I want to go ahead and start it, because these are not coming in. I guess 6 are coming in soon. I guess both of these are coming in soon. Okay. So I could technically just wait and start it when those come in. So I need 18. Yeah, so I just need to leave 6 left over. I can do 27. Oh, is that right? I need to leave 9 left over. 6 plus 6 plus 3 gets me to 15. Then another 6 for the upcoming payment. So I need 21 minus 12, which is 9. So yeah, I actually need to leave 9. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. All right. Okay, so you now, after the first trader comes in, you'll have what you need to start this. I'll let you start it now since you'll need to pull the resources. And then this one we can do whenever. I can do it with coal, so. So this doesn't really push me in any particular direction, and I don't have another one yet, so I guess I will just sit on it still. Okay. Look at all those barrels. Okay. Unsetting people doesn't really do anything for me right now. Not quite. Will in a moment. Let me make some pipes. Go ahead and get me to 6 pipes there. All right, so you guys should have the amber you need. All right, let me unset y'all. And we are in a little bit of a pinch. I didn't do my resolve math here. Everyone's housed, so it's not that. It's just straight up negative. So let me think about this. I could use the other problem with bats is just how like they're challenging to please in general, and their food, like paste, is not super easy to get up. Biscuits is not super easy to get up. Skewers are simple to get up, but I mean, I don't know. Some coats would be nice, which I can get here. And hold out. It's not going to make it that far. Yeah, so I'm just going to need to use I'll need to use some of my happy place buildings. Okay, do I have any trade routes? Okay, so I can do that. It's not the best one, but it's not the worst one. Could do some meat. Actually, I'm not minding that one. I mean, that's 8 right there. Take what you can get. That will actually level up Rain Shade too, so I like that. So yeah, let me get someone to make me a few more here. I use bugs because meat I can paste. I would rather okay, so my beavers are now in trouble. Let's unset my woodworkers and get you in there. I can bump you up. Oh, you know what I should have? People getting me stormwater too. So we're good there. Bats' redeeming quality is that they do drop very slowly. I guess I should pull... one of you from there, throw you in here. There we go. So you guys started that one yet? Not quite. Oh, you're pulling a lot of resources pretty far. Oh, and I've got the storm effect on too, which is a problem. Shoot. Well, you only need one more loop. It's gonna be close, I feel like, though. I even started them as soon as I could. There we go. Woo! All right. Let's crack that open. I guess I can take these peoples now, and I just automatically take the one with the foxes because that gets me my other, this one. And they will be housed since I've got, oh, but it gave me a bat that I now have to make happy. There we go. Oh yeah, so did I have one more I wanted to do here or not? No, I guess not. I mean, that one's kind of tempting. Still have plenty of bugs to go. Golden hoof. Got 12. Yeah, that would actually get golden hoof up to level 2. Yeah, let's go and do it. That's fine. It's a really good price for wood. Do I need it? I don't know. Probably. It will be there after the storm, so we'll do it for the next season. All right, what I should do... Okay, so now that we got this online, we'll go ahead and plop in a automaton. Good on skewers. You guys stop for now. I'll leave that at 60. I'll be able to do porridge now once I get that going. Let's drop one person in here to help accelerate that, I guess. All right, and then Pickle goods. That's what would be good for pickle goods. All right. Ooh. Well, crowded caravans is also quite nice here. But this scale's really hard for me. I think I'm not doing terrible on the labor front, particularly since I don't necessarily need to have people chopping anymore, or at least not as many people. So let's take a look at this right now. So right now we're at 5 for my provisions and 3 for everything else. So once I take this, now we're at 6,555. Like, it actually only moves packs up slightly because of the way the math works out, but these all get rounded up. So, we're now like really efficient. So now we should be on the lookout for all of these. I can do paste. I'm wondering if I should go ahead and get a field kitchen up just to make paste for me. Well, I can get this building, then I would need to be able to make training gear. Or I can do this one, which just involves me really pushing clearance water buildings, of which I only currently have 1. But I could definitely do it. Plus it gives me villagers and pipes, so I like that. So I guess let's lean into that one. I mean, that one is not... we can't really do it, I don't think. We've been spending our amber. So, furnace, I don't need pie. I already have the same skewer recipe, so this would really literally only be getting me bars, which bars are good for me. But I'm gonna have to do 4 more Glade events, which I should be able to do. And I'm gonna have 2 done right here. Which I need to start this one right now. Use the coal for it. But +1 to vegetables doesn't do much for me. It does give me more parts, which I'm not. I have actually quite a good amount of parts now. Access to copper bars would be nice though. I have copper. I can make tools or more pipes. But over here we get another +2 to planks. This will require me to get 1 more person. But beyond that, this is totally... I mean, I'm going to do this anyway, right? I'm going to get another hearth. I'll get that other hearth up to level 2. This gives me straight up just 20 crystallized dew, which if I wanted to get fox housing online, having more crystallized dew would be actually good for me. Yeah, let's just do that one. This one will be done shortly. This one I can do with just favoring my foxes. So let's do that. And then you guys will make for me I guess I don't need all three of you doing it though. Well, but y'all are happy. I want you to stay happy for a minute, so that's fine. All right, we're sitting pretty here. Trader wise, y'all are almost done. I could make some packs of building materials very efficiently now. Could also do some more meat, so all viable here. But 4 amber for 3 packs. So I'm getting 5 packs per 6 of whatever, right? Bricks or whatnot. Which I think I would just leave it on bricks at this point. So actually, let me do that. Let me enable you. My skewers are in danger. We can convert to porridge. Okay. All right, so I just need you to get high enough to do that one, so do that. All right, so I got that one done. That will now give me Druid's Hut. Another building I can use. So you guys are good there. All right, so we're good all around. You are going to have that done for me shortly, so that's good. Is there anyone? All right, y'all are done. Yeah, pop y'all out. Could be doing boots, actually. Don't hate that. Oh, wow. Okay. Actually need more. Oh yeah, that went up way up in price. Could buy it on credit, but oh, which reminds me. All right, so I am. All right, so I'm now 3 housing short. I'll do one more big shelter. Although I could work towards. Certain housing. That housing in particular might be helpful here. Let's not do pickle. If we're going to do anything, let's save the pickle goods on my. Let my foxes use those pickle goods, and we'll try to push a little bit of resolve here. All right. Let's just go academy here. I don't have a trapper camp nodes. Yeesh. All right. I mean, access to crystallized dew isn't bad here, but I mean, I guess that's not the worst thing in the world, actually. Just doesn't solve anything else for me, but neither does the advanced rain collector, really. Could also re-roll it. I don't know. What do you think about that? All right. All right, so we're gonna get 16 from this. You have a little bit of leather. I could go a little bit of meat. Beaverbrook hasn't moved the needle at all. I don't have the room to do it anyway. Well, shortly. All right. So we're gonna do our park and our garden. Finally. When do I get another plank? It's this one. Okay, so I do have to get, it's a little ways away. All right, let's at least get Beaverbrook upgraded so we can do both of these. Golden Hoof is going towards level 3. So this would have been giving me, so at this point is when I would be starting to get +2 resolve from that perk that I didn't take. In the meantime, I am using this fiber. See, where's my next cut gonna be? I think it's got to be this way because I am. All right, and so we're full on Drizzle now. I don't need y'all all in there anymore. I can pull you out now. I guess let's get some of y'all doing this. Just have some mushrooms and herbs ready to go. And actually, I do need to worry about food here. Leave out of the rain collector for now. Alright, so we're good for now, actually, there. Let's throw you in there. Let's do this some more. And then we'll enable Porge also, and we'll set Porge to 30. Did I? Yeah, I'm sitting on that. All right. All right. All right, so we do have another one. Oh, and the other thing we do want to get online, we got to make sure we have enough wood for it, is doing a Forsaken altar, which will require brick. I'll do it over here since my plan is not to do a hearth over here. I could get that too. All right, I'm gonna pull you out. All right. A lot of stone for amber, a lot of grain for amber. A lot of reed. Packs of trade goods. But out of these, I could definitely do some stone. A solid 8. I mean, I also have clay for that matter. Yeah, let's just go 24. That would level up Golden Hoof easily. So, I mean, I could do the grain too, but I might. I could re-roll it. Could buy some more wood here. It's a good price. Let's do it. Let's see. So my path to victory right now, I can go education, but I need to scroll somewhere. Pickle goods. I can get pickle goods online, but I don't think I'm to the point where I can push it with my beavers. They will definitely help my foxes push it for a little while. Should get my hearth online down here. Planks and bricks. So I can either re-roll this, which I should have the amber for, because I don't have anything due, and I'm getting almost 50 amber right here. I could re-roll this. I actually don't hate the idea of crystallized dew here. These other two are kind of a waste, but I can make herbs indefinitely. I have a ton of stone and clay for that matter, and I have at least one geyser. Although it would be nice to get a storm geyser for this. Which means I could house my foxes, make tools. Like, there's a lot of things I could do with it. I mean, since I have access to copper, it does feel a little bit like a waste, but I actually have a lot of it, copper already too. But it's what is offered to me, so... And with my foxes, it kind of makes sense. So let's grab it. All right, so now we get an herbalist camp. mean, that gives me improved fabric. That actually doesn't interest me that much. And I really doing packs outside of my makeshift post makes no sense. So this doesn't interest me at all. Herbalist camp, I don't even think, I mean, I guess herb resources would be the only one. Yeah, I think this is a reroll. We got offered this a minute ago, didn't we? For the same reason, pie doesn't help me. Skewers is already good. Copper bars would be the main draw here. However, improved planks, finally, plus access to packs of luxury, that's kind of, it really boils down to, do I want copper bars or do I want better planks and packs of luxury, which I don't always find but I actually can produce a lot of these things. So I think planks at this point just help me, since I have the crystallized dew. Copper is not as critical. All right, so let's do this. We do want to get the carpenter online. So that we can make our more efficient planks. So I'll unset planks there. So I could make oil. Yeah, the problem with coats is I need dye, which I don't have. Do I want to do any other one? I mean, I'm gonna have a ton of. Yeah, let's just do that right there for another 16. The more amber I have, the easier things become. All right, so you guys you're done. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we disabled planks here. All right, so I can put. I can put a beaver over here. I can now make planks 5 to 3. I'll soon be 5 to 4. I will pipe this. Although I am out of stormwater, so that's a waste, but do I need planks right now? Don't think I do. Let's wait till I can get stormwater. Oh wait, no, I don't. I need the bricks. Okay. So what I need is someone else in here making me bricks still. So let me prioritize bricks. And you have bricks for me. You also have containers, dye. Actually, I do need to think about that because this is going to hit me pretty hard on my bats. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I have enough time to get it up. I can actually take pace pretty far here. Yeah, I'm short planks. We'll have porridge there. Could also do pickled goods to help me get by. So I don't need two of you in here anymore. I'll pull you down here and have you make me just 6 planks for now. Actually, this is gonna be more important, so let's do that first. I don't know if we'll be in time. All right, so now we do. All right, we'll pipe it. Throw someone in there. Their only goal of making paste, and we'll do 30 of it. And then we can also do all right, so let's, oh, we need to chop first. Oh, that's right. Okay. Would have loved to have chopped while I had him. Let's do this. So let's get a bit of dye. I can actually get it, I think, pretty cheaply here. Maybe not that much, though. Let's get a little bit of brick to be able to accelerate what we're doing. And then let's get a few more containers. And I think that's pretty good. Okay. Trying to fill some gaps where I have some holes. And nothing I really want to. All right, so y'all. Need to be ready. Remember when I said I thought I was doing okay on labor? I guess I could pull. I guess I should prioritize. Well, this doesn't really matter that much right now. I actually probably could pull. Yeah, I could pull a couple of these guys. I could realistically pull one of these two, or him too, for now. All right, so we need. Yeah, let's pull y'all too. All right, so we'll pull you in there. All right, we do want some people getting me rainwater. I need at least one person in here doing this for me. And then go ahead and make me 50 pickle goods, I guess. And that should, I think, once it all comes online, at least. All right, so I'm gonna have another 40 amber here. Let's call immediately. And then we're gonna move y'all down here. Actually, you were still clearing. There we go. I just need you guys to chop that real quick. All right, so we are ready to fight the fire. We need to go down a little bit here. There we go, and that's all we need. All right. We got new. Oh my goodness. Oh lordy lordy. Okay. Well, and there's my hunter-gatherer camp I didn't, or not, my big trapper camp I didn't take, but I think I'm okay either way. And then we do have a clay pit. Interesting. So I assume that means it's sitting on perfectly good soil. So, okay. I mean, if nothing else, resin would let me do coats. Although I don't have a clearance geyser. That's the biggest bottleneck, I guess. Big fish too. So not a whole lot as far as like resources are concerned. To get more dye down here, some berries. Oh, that's fun. Just had to take a little screenshot of that there. So I have to get a little think about this. So I could, to be a reason to have a ton of stone saved up, wouldn't it? Could do one of these with stone. Then I'd have to pay Ambrum food for the other one, which I can do with the skewers, so that's good. I just have to get my amber. I get meat on both. I get salt and scales on this one. Or I can get algae and porridge on the other one. Which, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of a wash either way. I guess salt would help me let me do more paste. So that's actually probably the way to go. I have plenty of stuff that algae otherwise is used in. And I can make porridge. Yeah, so I could do this one here with the stone and or... yeah. Yeah, not a lot of help there. So yeah, so I could do this one with the stone, which would mean I would just need to work on the fisherman totems there. This one I could do once I have the amber and the whatchamajiggers here. This does give me the benefit that I don't have to work two with the fisherman traps at the same time, so I don't mind that. I do have a scribe. That's actually super viable for me. Oh, okay, that's a reason. Let me do this. You stop using those. Just use my reed. How much more brick do I need? Because you're already being built. Seven, zero, okay. And I cancel brick because he's gonna do that. And then you're gonna finish that and you'll be good there. Let me pop you in there so I can keep getting water. And we are out of drizzle water. Wow, okay. We'll put you in there and give me drizzle water then. I guess because I had to scale up to do porridge. All right. We'll unfavor foxes. Then we're gonna have to see where that lands me. I only have 18 wiggle room here. Oh, I did get that one. Okay, I missed that. It gives me 3 people though, which is a problem. I could do it at the very end because that will get me my 3rd perk here. Now if I'm looking to victory, I can build an academy. I can build an academy. Scrolls will get me going for sure. Because that will get both my bats and my beavers online, and my foxes were already fairly online. Combine that with pickle goods and possibly coats. Paste. Yeah, I think all of those things. Yeah, okay. How much do I have coming in? So I have another 40 coming in just a second. Nothing too crazy here. So Oh, I probably have. Yeah, I do have bricks there. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this for now. Okay. What am I flip-flopping between? Oh, oh, I know what it is. It's this. Okay. All right. All right, well, I got this online, so what can I get here? We're not going to pay with blood. Okay, smuggler would be great. So would generous rations. If I were to go smuggler, what would I want? I'm actually in a pretty decent spot. So yeah, so let's take the scribe here. I want to get our planks. So if I take the scribe, I can make skewers. I can make scrolls. Can make wine. So container, actually. So container would be what I really want. That and maybe dye. So yeah, so like a container and a dye would really make things easier for me. Generous rations would just, I mean, it's a +5 baseline increase, so like it'll make it that much easier to push next turn. But if I think about this, like things like the druid hut, right? If I can make coats consistently here, that gives me positive resolve also. And then pickle goods are really valuable. Like I have a little bit of leeway here, but then if I want to do things like do tea or wine. The other thing would be brawling, because the other building I have, I mean, I guess bats have somewhat caught up, so it's not the worst thing in the world. So yeah, I could also take another service building that fulfill, because I have access to both tea and wine and ale for that matter. So all of those things are viable. I think let's take the smuggler. Meh. I mean, this one's not bad. This would make those two a little bit easier, but I mean, this one honestly, like, I kind of just want to take it just to see how the multiplier effect works here, because I'm currently sitting at 6555. Yeah. Yeah, 10888. Oh Lord. Okay. That's fun. I guess I could be doing, I mean, I already have packs. I haven't seen any packs of crops in my trade routes. Trade routes. Routes. Tomato, tomato. The sheer amount of resources I could be making here. I guess I could just be producing some of these for the sake of just flat out selling them to the trader. All right. All right. So if I go down the list of what I want, I think containers is high on that list. Dye would probably be high on that list. I mean, early on I said a ranch would be cool, but I don't think I need it now. I'm getting so much free meat. And I have mushrooms for pickle goods now, so yeah. All right, so I don't need anything on the food end. I guess flour would also be something I could do because I have access to the biscuits. So flour would also be viable here. So that's container and better coats, but a container recipe that, I mean, I guess what container recipe? I guess probably pottery would be the way to go. Yeah, because I want these for boots probably. I have that clay that I barely touched. So brickyard is viable here. Decent pottery. I could take bricks. I can make bricks very efficiently then, and then I could convert all those very efficient bricks into packs of building materials that I can do lots of fun stuff with. Brickyard is an option. Provisioner, flour with barrels could also be an option. I just don't have, I mean, I guess I can make crystallized do. I just don't have that sort of up and running yet. Copper bars and training gear. Pottery and training gear. That's not terrible, technically. Manufacturing is interesting. I could go efficient fabric, barrels, and dye. Are we going to go a service building? I guess it would be... I'd have to go luxury or tea, I think. I don't think there's overlap of... Leisure and tea would cover beavers and foxes. It's an option. Market carts aren't bad. Okay, so I could go Tinker, which gives me access to training gear. And pottery. Manufactory gives me access to barrels and dye. I think let me mark the ones that are options here. I think this gives me access to flour and copper bars. The brickyard gives me pottery and better bricks that I can go do other stuff with. I mean, since I want to go pottery, I think the only other pottery building was up here with the somewhere in here. Smokehouse? Yeah, smokehouse. So I think if I want pottery, I either gotta go tinkerer or brickyard. And the advantage of the brickyard is it'll give me really good bricks. And I can then make a lot of stuff with those bricks. But I think tinkerer giving me access to training gear is pretty strong. So we'll go tinkerer. So the next question is, I could go stamping mill, which gives me bricks and flour and copper bars. Flour would let me do biscuits. Or I could go manufactory for the dye. The dye lets me keep doing paste, and it would let me do coats. Plus improved fabric. So I guess let's lean on that for now. This will let me get coats and paste going. This will let me do pickle goods and training gear for the thing I like that. So the main question is, would I rather get market or have these two? And I think the answer is market would help my foxes and my beavers. My foxes are already going to be pretty happy anyway, but they will need some help pushing beyond, and they are my highest threshold species. Or my highest quantity species, I guess I should say. But I guess let's focus on the raw, because I can't do tea without a consistent container recipe. So that means I would definitely have to go tinkerer. Yeah. Let's go with that, because we do have that modifier that I do need clothing for, I believe. Or was it services? Maybe both. Well, either way. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Training gear, pottery, better fabric, barrels, dye. That lets me get my, yeah. Let's do it. Alright, so we want to get the tinker. What was the manufactory? Right. Can't fit that there, so we're gonna go pull these down. Then we'll put the tinker over here. And we can go there. All right. Okay, so that might let me do pottery. We'll need to get that going quickly here. Yeah, we need just more planks. So we got you guys making me planks here. Okay. All right. So this should be coming on here momentarily. Trade routes. If I remember correctly, there wasn't anything I really liked. Yeah. I guess I could do meat, but I can't take anyone just yet. Oh, and my beavers are going, so I gotta worry about that. There we go. All right, is there anything I want to get from you? Probably just some planks, right? Yeah, let's just get all of them. Beautiful. But I guess I did disable that so I could do this one, right? Yeah. So get just a few more bricks too. That works. All right, I got 6 due in a while. But what that should allow me to do relatively easily here is get my academy online. I guess once this is up, I can actually okay, I'm a little close over here. I can move you and you. That's only All right. Take these people. I need them to all be like getting their food online first. Wait. Prioritize this very highly. So my problem right now is I am barely keeping up with. Okay. Give me a little bit more breathing room. All right, so you guys, all right, so I can take, I think my bats are going to be easier to push. We'll do that, and then it's 12 and 18. I need to build one down here. And then move a few over. All right. I have a lot of moving parts here. I do want to remember I want to turn this one in right at the... Well, actually, I could do it now because I have the headroom, I guess. Well, maybe once people get a little bit happier. Okay. Can't any of you eat the pickled goods you have there? I'll use that up real quick. All right, we'll favor them. Bats will drop pretty slowly. All right, and then let's grab this. And then look at this. I guess that one. This one would be okay but it's not gonna do much for me for a while. And then this one, don't really want my villagers leaving, so at least that one. I think we just barely made it. All right, this got upgraded again. All right, so now that gives me this one. Perfect. Get another blueprint. Beanery. Oh, there we go. Stamping mill. That works. That was one of my options. Now I get it. All right. So, do I do have a block. That's why. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. I was like, why is that not helping them? I do have it blocked. All right. All right. So we have enough people now. Let's throw you in there. Go ahead and make me a few more pipes. We're okay on dye for now. Disable fabric here. That means I actually don't need to use this anymore. I have bricks, fabric, and planks covered here, which just ended up that way. And I can do flour. I can do copper bars. I'm gonna have y'all do me boots and pipes. I want to keep you at like no, I think I like 30 boots. And then I also had Druid's hut. I don't think I've built yet. And I'm gonna move y'all down here. Now that you were built, I do need to do well, we'll get it started, but let's have y'all build me. Prioritize this very highly. Oh, I do need the, oh shoot. I'm short 2. Forgot that I needed amber for that one. No luck. So call immediately after the storm, or what's the fastest trader we have here that I can actually run? Could do 3 in 41 seconds there. I guess let's do 5 here though. Actually, because when is this due? I have 4. I have another season. Yeah, let's do 5 there. And I can make pottery now, so we'll do that one too. Get it faster. And then I have time. And this one doesn't matter running it without the resources, so I will run it now. They can start moving stuff. All right. All right, so we're gonna pull you out. What do we give here? Alarm bells. Okay. I mean, everyone knows I love me alarms bells. So we're gonna take that. All right. This one's just gonna be very slow. I need to prioritize if I'm gonna do anything with it. They really like giving me this one. Out of the 2 of these, though, I mean, at least this one I have the potential to do it. I have 2 that I'm going to do here, and then if I cracked another Glade, I don't really need it, but I guess this is an option to go for. Trade route rise. Sure, let's grab this. I don't quite have the packs. Someone make me the packs. Use those. I guess using the Drizzle guy's water in the porridge is also just draining me on top of how much I'm burning elsewhere. I guess let me pop y'all back so that it equals out. All right, so where am I getting biscuits from? Anyway, that's right, I can move that away. So actually I can move you right here. Oh, what I need, okay, that's what I should have had online too, is the scribe. Sometimes you get off with like a handful of, you know, very clutch buildings, and other times you're like, I have all the buildings. All right, so training gear. Let me put a couple of people in here so that we can get this going. I want scribe going. I want boots going. We'll eventually want... Yeah, I could definitely use some more people. Fortunately, some of these do take clearance water, so... With that said, I don't have a clearance geyser. So... And my foxes stopped pushing. All right. Wow. All right, so there's 15 there. Guess let's do 9 there. Yeah, my wood situation is a little... But that's okay. My coal's hanging on. Okay. All right, so I need to be doing these. Oh shoot. How did I end up short here? Okay, I got it. I still have... No, I guess not. Okay. Alright, so you're good there. Y'all are working, so we're good there. Alright. Alright, so what wins it for me? I think first and foremost, I need... I need to get some scrolls going. Get 50 of those. Actually want to wait until you deliver these stupid okay, you investigate that. Manage the foxes so they're not being affected by that. Alright. Alright, so now see, I'll make me some quick scrolls. And then coats would be next up. But to do coats, I need someone over here also making me fabric and dye. Which I guess that would actually be a good use for this copper that I'm not using very much of. So who? All right, so we can pump you guys out now. Perfect. Let's drop one of you in here. Let you take care of that for me. Then I will need a few of you to be making let's throw a leather there now. So let's do let's start from the beginning with it online. I'm gonna pull you back because I all right. So both of these are good. I don't have the people to do it now. All right, so you've produced enough paste for me, and you have produced enough packs for me. Y'all are sitting pretty here, so I don't need all of you in here. Actually, let's take the beavers out. Probably don't need all of you in here now, but it's making you happy, so could use some people over here. Let's do that, and then guess you got pottery and training gear. Don't need all y'all in there then. So then I think out of everything else, we could use you to make me some flour then. Actually, what are you in there? Guess let's do beaver over here, and we'll do you over there. I need people to put in here, although I guess I only need one since this doesn't give me an effect. Guess I won't need Well, we'll have a bunch coming off of this once this is done. Guess let's just throw you in there and then get that going now. All right. No. Maybe. I guess I should save the meat there so I can do mushrooms there. Once the flour is online, I can also do 50 biscuits. Question is, can I win? I'm not sure the answer right now. I do have 2 caches if I made some tools. I can get 1.5 from that. I don't have any easy ones here. I could try to push that one, but I don't have the clearance geyser to do it, so... I'm gonna be pretty restricted on it. So I would need to push basically 4.5, which I don't have nearly the capacity to do. Could crack a Glade here, but I'm not even close to being able to do that, really. I'm not sure that I can do that. Yeah, because my fox has just tipped it over. T-Doctor treatment? Okay. And religion. So sure, that really helps my foxes, and I can make tea. I don't dislike that. Whoop. That was a terrible mistake. Mistakes were made. All right. All right, so I have the planks. So I'm working on everything else. It's fine. I guess do you give me anything that helps me win? Not really. Could jumpstart biscuits, I guess. Hmm.
Balik tolak.
I guess I'll do that. So that I can do this. In the off chance I can use that to win, but I don't think I can. Yeah. Are you empty? You are empty. Well, give me some copper ore then. May need to upgrade you again. With my parts and my bricks. I'll let those go first. Because I think I'm okay. Fuel wise. Alright, well there we go. You're back online. This will give me a point also, actually. I guess that would have been a reason to do both of these that way, but that would have been a lot of fisherman totems. But it's not going to be enough. The end here it came online, but it's just a smidge too late. Alright, you guys finish there. And you guys finish there. I don't even have enough clearance water to do anything with that. And I don't think there's any way I could push through the storm with... I would need to get basically a little over 1.5 through the storm. I guess I could go heavy into tool and oh, wait, no, I need you to, I guess, stay happy as much as you can. Alright, last blueprint doesn't do anything for me. I don't know, I could reroll it, but nah. Finally, can do that. I don't know it matters because I will win basically shortly after storm. But I don't even think it matters because I don't even know if I can get enough tools to do the 2 caches I already have. Alright, so complex food and clothing is solved, so this doesn't come into effect. I can't until these are gone. Which one is going to go away soon, but the other is going to be a little while. Yeah. Oh, I need to fight the blight. I do need to do that. Alright. Okay, get a few more people. Yep, I'm gonna be a smidge short. Is there anything I can buy out here that will help me go? I could buy incense. I don't think it matters. Although I guess if I no, I don't think it. I guess I could favor my beavers, but I don't think it will. Oh, let me do this. At least let me get you going. I don't think I'll get it done. I can't get it done in time anyway. If I was going to do that, I should have started it in the storm. I think mostly just because I didn't think I could push enough, which I don't think I can. Although now, looks like if I had done it a little bit better, maybe I would have. Unfortunate. I think if I had done a couple little tweaks there. Honestly, if he had done, I don't know if I could have done it with both of those and pushed though, so I don't know. Yeah, if I tweaked a little bit and I'd done both caches in time. Although I don't think I had the, I guess I do. Ran out of planks is what happened. Well. Oh well, it was close, but not quite. Could have been a bit better. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. This one will finish in a second here. And then I just need to push another little bit. Yep, it was close. I think I could have done a little bit better on that one for sure. There's a little labor strapped at times at a lot of buildings. Could have been a little bit more prepared there, but still a good win. Wonder, actually, I could have swapped off Fox at some point, maybe. Would that have helped? Yeah, maybe. Tons of skewers. Tons of drizzle water. $211 food saved, which I assume means by the bats. That's actually not bad, considering. All right. So this has, oh dear. Blight-ridden Viceroy. Win a game with a Blight-ridden Viceroy effect. 2/4 Blight Rust disappear with every 45 raw or complex food produced. Wow. Huh. That could get crazy quick. You'd have to. I tend to be leaning on food oftentimes, so I would have to be very much like, oh well, just like either focus on just producing raw food and just eat it, and we're not getting any resolve boosts out of it. Or maybe get away with just producing one specific type of food in very minimal quantities. But then you need the raw food to make the complex food. So you're sort of double stacking that, which I'm not even sure. Like that is... It says 2/4, so I'm assuming is that based on difficulty? Or maybe over time it increases? I don't know. It's unclear to me. Usually when they do that, it's based on difficulty, I think. But usually when it's that way, there's multiple numbers. But, like... I mean, 20 pipes would be swell. Like... we would be playing on Rocky Ravine again, which... Now the bigger issue I think is if I were to take this 1, 2, 3, 4, I would not be able to reach here. And I wouldn't reveal anything else over here. I did 1, 2. I think I would reveal that one, so potentially 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's too many. I mean, even if I did 4 years, which is not necessarily that often. Had a couple there recently, but like most of my run this cycle has actually been 5 or even 6 a couple times. So I would realistically say I can definitely get 5 more in, because wherever I land, I always have 1 more as long as I have an extra year. If I only get 5 more in, if I took this, I'd be 1, just take a random one here, 2, 3, extend 4, 5. I could do that as long as I took the event and then just did a, you know, a regular one somewhere in here. Or I just skip it. I can go to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, range extend 2. 3, 4. If I did that, I would end up, you know, I'll probably end up somewhere between 16 and 20 years from now. So I'll have I could have gotten an extra settlement in that I didn't do. So, you know, actually, I guess I could viably do that. The other advantage here is that sometimes you get events that you can just click on and like take a freebie, like you don't have to run it. So if I reveal anything like that here, I could get that benefit. I'm just thinking how I would do this one, because that is a very, it's going to make food very particular. I would like those pipes would be nice. We'll think about that. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. But that'll be for next time. GG's.